Hey guys, today we will be packing our plants up and getting them ready for shipping. Stick around. If you're new here, we have over 9 years of experience in growing plants, and more specifically, carnivorous plants, just like this cobra lily. If that's what you're into, remember to click on the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notifications button so you don't miss any of our weekly videos. So let's jump right into it. So if you have seen my previous video on the tour I did of all my plants, you would know that I'm actually selling all of my plants. And therefore I need to ship some of the plants to some buyers. So today we have 3 orders. We have our Drosera hamiltonii, Drosera cross hybrida over here, and Drosera prolifera over here, all going to one person. A Darlingtonia that needs to go to someone else. And this Venus flytrap, this crested petiole, and all of these Venus flytraps in here, which actually came in from Europe and is going to someone else as well. So what we will need is a box to send the plants in, some newspaper for packaging, scissors and some tape, and some paper towel as well, just to help with the plants. If you will be unpotting your plants, I do recommend that you use some plastic bags, and we might actually use some plastic bags as well. So let me set you guys up so you can see everything much better. So there we go. Now you guys have a better view of everything. So firstly, we will be packing up this Venus flytrap crested petiole for one of my friends here in South Africa. First thing you need to do when you're packing up your plants is make sure that there's nothing on the top. So for us, for example, it's this label. Some people, it may be some sticks that help to keep the plant upright, or maybe you have some old leaf material on top, or maybe if you could trim away some of the plant, it may be beneficial, but not always. Sometimes the plant is supposed to grow tall, for example. That's the first thing that we do, is to remove the label or any obstructions on the top. This plant is going to be very easy to actually transport because it is basically flat. So what we're going to do is just take some paper towel like this, make it a little bit of a square to fit the top here. What I like to do is to just take some tape here. If it wants to open up, geez. So just take some tape and actually keep this top bit down. So just like that on the sides of the pot, and again on this side. So the reason why I'm doing this is that if the people turn the pot upside down like that, and all the media has now moved down, once the plant goes back upright, everything will be in the correct position. What you may even find beneficial, so I'm just going to open it back up so you can see that it did move. If you see here, all the peat's fallen down, put it back upright, now everything falls back down. So we'll open it up just to look inside. Everything is right back into the same position that it was in when we first actually put on this little lid, if you call it that. The other thing that you can do is actually take some paper towel, which is what I'm going to do here, and just create sort of a packaging between the lid and the plant itself, so that it can't actually have any possibility of sliding around like it just did when you turn it upside down. And now let's turn it upside down, and the tape is not very sticky. The media is not moving as much, which is good. So let's just take some more tape around. So now everything is now tightly packed so that it can't be thrown around and dislodged if gone upside down like that. And that'll keep the plant nice and safe for the trip. And also bear in mind, it is only early spring, so the plant is not growing very, very much right now, still coming out of dormancy. That's another helpful thing, to not have a plant that's growing, growing very, very much, because that will shock the plant. My plants are carnivorous, and carnivorous plants do like to stay very moist. So just sprinkle the tape, the kitchen wrapping, kitchen kitchen paper towel, I guess. I like to take a baggie like this. Oh, this baggie may be a bit small. Let me go get a bigger one quick. Okay, I got a bigger baggie. All that we're gonna do is just place the plant inside of the little bag. And the reason why we want to place our plant inside of a bag is to keep the humidity high, as you don't want the plant to dry out while being shipped. You can't help it if the plant gets too hot or too cold. That's why you have to send the plant when the seasons are good. So like springtime, early spring, or early autumn or fall if you're American. We just wrap it up in the baggie, tie it up, and now the humidity will stay nice and constant for this plant, and we can pack it into the pot. So let's do that. Go into the bottom of the box so it has some padding. Put our plant that's going for shipping in there like that, and all of his other plants that he has bought in here. You can actually see the little Venus flytrap here saying hi. Don't forget to put your tag in as well. There we go. The plant is now pretty much ready for being transported. Generally, you want to put some more packaging on the sides, but this box is very tight. So we'll just put some more padding on the top. Just so that if it does shake around, the plant doesn't actually get hit on the sides or the top and the bottom of the plant, you know? Pack it up just like this. Use tape. Just to make sure that it's all wrapped up. And there we go. Our plant is now all packaged up. Lots of packaging, because if you don't, people may try to open it up and steal what's inside. So then now we can write the name of the person who is purchasing the plants or you're sending them to, and make sure that you don't mislabel them, obviously. Our extractor fan is ready to be sent off to my friend, and if you shake it around, you don't hear any like hitting of the sides. And we do know that if it does get turned upside down, that the plant inside is protected. So thank you guys. I'm going to continue the video with the other plants if you want to stick around. But for now, this is basically how we pack all of our plants for shipping. So if you're sticking around for the next part, I'll be discussing how I actually repot those other 3 plants. Well, not repot, get them ready for shipping as well. And I think it's actually going to be kind of a struggle, because this is the box. This is the box that we have, and I don't think that the plants can actually fit inside. So I think we're going to struggle with this one. So let's see how it actually goes. The first thing that we are going to have to do is to pack up the plants. So let's do that. I'm just going to get a marker, because we have very not permanent marker. So I'm just going to rewrite the names. Okay, so this is Drosera prolifera. From a leaf cutting. There's about 4 or 5 plants here. I want to put this cap on top here to keep the plant itself protected. So let me just put that on there. See if I'm damaging it. No, it all seems okay. We will take some kitchen towel, kind of wrap it around, just to give a little bit of buffer, just like in the previous plant that we did together. Let's make our little lid. Okay, that actually seems, that's pretty solid. Okay, so let me just get some tape for this as well. And that looks good now. Turn it upside down, nothing moves. So Seems like this will work quite well for this little proliferer. Quite a rare plant. And we don't want it to get damaged at all, so this is quite good. We mustn't forget the tag. Oh, it's all stuck to me. Mustn't forget the tag. There we go, all tightly secured with the name tag in a very bad position actually. But now you can shake it around, the plant's not going to move, not going to get hurt or damaged. Let's just make sure that it's all nicely watered. Put it into a bag. And now this one's all secure, ready to be put into the box as well. So let's just get this one out of the way. And now let's look at the next one. This is Drosera Hamiltonii. But as you can see, there's 5 plants here that this person will be getting. And this one is actually quite a flat growing plant as well. So we can use a little bit of a cap on top of them. So once again, we just take some of our paper here, scrunch it up a little bit. We don't really want to damage this one here, so I'm going to try go around it. And let me just ensure that this is watered. There we go, our second plant now all packed up. Yep, this plant is also quite secure here. That's good. And this is Drosera cross hybrida. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, even 4 little growth points here, still coming out of dormancy. All red and not soft and soggy, so you know it's still alive. If you just tap it here, I'll just show you guys. Just tap it with this, you can see it's quite hard. So you know it's still alive. Because if your plant, if you tap it and it's like soggy, you know it's starting to rot. We wrote the name here, and I'm not really sure how we're gonna do this one, because I'd like to protect this as well, but I don't have any caps that can actually fit there. Let me try something. So yeah, this seems like it will work. This is just a bottle cap. So there's quite a bit of a gap there. So I think that we will actually use two pieces of kitchen towel here. So that will be the first bit. And watering it just to keep it in place really. And there we go. And once again, don't forget your tag. There we go, this one is also all ready. Just water the top here. So now we've done the easiest part. And now I'm still trying to figure out how we're gonna get these plants into this box. Because I don't think this box is big enough. I feel like a 3-year-old playing with one of those box toys. Okay, so I think this is most probably gonna be the best way to send these plants. Not the most ideal way though. But let's just pack it up with some newspaper just to pack up all the gaps so that the plants don't shake around. So that seems pretty solid. Damn, we managed to use the box, guys. Oh damn, now we've lost the sticky. And now we can write the receiver's address on the top and let's listen to this. So there's no movement inside, which means the plants are packed up nice and tight so that they can't get dislodged inside of their pots. And really the only things that could happen now, people throwing the boxes. Obviously they shouldn't be throwing boxes, but especially in my country, South Africa, people throw stuff all the time inside of post services. I'm sure they do that everywhere really. The plants should be well protected, and I'm not gonna even use the South African post service. We don't even have one. But I'll be using a private courier service which will take a little bit more care of the plants, and hopefully they put them in gently, and if the plants do get hit or smacked around a bit, the protection of the bubble wrap in the other one and the newspaper and all of the paper towel on the top of the plant will prevent the plants getting damaged. So if I press on it here, you see there's not going to be much damage done to the actual plant itself. So we do have this Darlingtonia here, and this plant I'm going to be dropping off to the person by hand because they live near to me. Let me just get some tape here and just use tape to close back up this opening here. So the reason why there's tinfoil on this plant is because Darlingtonia prefer to have cool roots, and I use the tinfoil just to prevent any sunlight that hits the side of the pot from actually warming up the pot. So the tinfoil will basically kick that UV rays back and all the sunlight, just try to help keep it a little bit cool if possible. I'm not sure if it does much, but they seem to be growing quite well, so maybe it does have something to do with it. This is the last plastic bag I have available, of this size at least. I didn't want to tie it down because then it means that there would be a pressure being applied to the top of the Darlingtonia. But at least like this, the humidity can stay high. The plant will not be shaken around because I'm going to be holding it, looking after it. Those are all the plants that are being shipped out for now. Don't forget your tags, guys. Very important. So all of our plants are now ready to be shipped off. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, please remember to click the like button and consider subscribing if you feel like this is the type of content that you're interested in. So thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.